and they can read it.
Yeah, sure.
I want to speak, okay? And I speak a little bit slowly because if I speak very fast,
No, it's good.
if I speak very fast, people don't understand me.
Yeah, yeah.
2 second pause.
That's
2 second pause, okay? So let me go back to one of the most I don't want to say most not understood but confused. There's confusion between design and architecture. People say, yeah, this is a good design, but is it good architecture? Not necessarily. So when I was starting my career a long time ago, there was some confusion, all right? So design typically is done at the component or at the subsystem level, where you optimize by the design, by the language, by the technology, by COTS, commercial off-the-shelf software. There's many methodologies for doing that, for design, okay? But architecture is a different beast altogether. Architecture is when you have all these subsystems coming together where the sum is greater than the parts, right? And that architecture needs to work in tandem with all the different subsystems. That is the difference between architecture and design.
Excellent. So, how do you govern architecture implementation?
That's before I answer that question, let me say one more thing. That when an enterprise says, yeah, we have architecture, architecture is not a Boolean thing that it's there or it's not there. It's a whole spectrum of maturities. Okay, for smaller companies, maybe under 500 million or a couple $100 million, architecture can be not very complicated. But if you are talking about large enterprises like IBM or Citibank or Ford Motor Company, there needs to be a more robust manifestation of architecture. Okay. In my opinion, governance of architecture starts with the goal. What are you trying to do with architecture? Okay, with the governance. One of the key pieces of architecture governance is a central repository of all your artifacts. Okay? What that does is that gives you a way to search all your artifacts, but also it gives you a means to control and manage the proliferation of all the different programs and artifacts, whether it's business, whether it's IT, whatever, right? So you need some sort of a GitHub kind of thing, right? So that's one. The second one is the concept of an ARB, an architecture review board. An architecture review board can be composed of either vertical or horizontal membership. What I mean by that is that the vertical means that you have a representation of all the senior IT people from each line of, or each division, or each line of business.